Here's Zane's Warrior G3 pads with Rollerfly on them. As you can see, we've used velcro to hold the Rollerfly on, so there are absolutely no straps going around the Rollerfly. I've just taken this side off to put the Rollerfly on Zane's new pads, which are 34 plus 1.5, and I thought I'd show you quickly how good these actually stick on just with the velcro. As you can see, there's very minimal wear. In fact, there's no wear down the bottom of the pads at all, because the Rollerfly is actually protecting this area when the goalie goes down in the butterfly. And we have here the velcro, as you can see, is extremely strong, and I mean that's not going to go anywhere. I have to actually break that seal with my fingers to actually get this off. And there we go. Now these have been on, the Rollerfly have been on these pads for 18 months. The black marks here are just from where the screws have been sitting against the pads. It's not actually worn, it's just left some black marks on them. The pads themselves have lasted incredibly well. There's just dirt on them. There's no marking, there's no tearing, there's no damage to the pad at all. The Rollerfly protects the pad, as when the goalie goes down, the bottom of the Rollerfly here takes all of the wear and all of the impact. The balls are replaceable. We've replaced these once already. We've had them on 18 months. And as you can see, the pads with a clean up will still look virtually new. Alright, back again. These are the new G3 34 plus 1.5 pads for Zane. These are the G3 Pro series pads. They're brand new, very light. So what we've done here is we have lined up the original Rollerfly top knee plate that we've just taken off the intermediate pads. I've lined it up, and as you can see, I've just put a couple of pen marks where the velcro lines up, and we've put the velcro, the hard side of the velcro, down on the pad itself. We've got the soft fluffy side on the back of the Rollerfly. It all lines up. We're going to leave this for 24 hours before we actually stick this down onto it. What I do is I prefer to have the flat side at the front of the Warrior pads. I line up the front of the Rollerfly so it is only just inside the flat face of the pad, so it doesn't protrude out at all, and I line it up dead center and stick it down. And as you can see from Zane's previous pads, we don't actually need to run the straps on it at all. So now what we're going to do is line up the bottom section. What I do here is the bottom of the foot channel, which is designed to flex, we do not want anything touching here at all. If we mechanically fasten the Rollerfly to the top of the pad and to here, as soon as the boot flexes, it's going to try and torque itself off or twist off or damage something. So what we are doing is we are only putting the velcro on this flat face and this flat face here to line up with the Rollerfly. I use Velcro brand industrial strength pads. You can buy this in strips like this, 4" by 2", or you can buy it in a roll. It sticks extremely well. You clean the item, peel off, stick the velcro down. It does state wait 15 minutes. We tend to leave it for 24 hours before we actually use the Rollerfly. So here what I'm doing is lining up where the existing velcro soft side is on Zane's pad. Again, I'm lining up the Rollerfly so it is just inside the front face of the pad. I'm lining up the corner here to line up perfectly with the boot channel. I'm getting it set up where I want it, and then I'm taking a pen and very carefully I'm marking where the velcro sits on the front. A couple of little pen marks. It's a full strip of velcro, so it's nice and easy. I'm just going to line it up from there to there, double checking. Right, I'm happy that that's in the right place. What I tend to do is line up the front first and stick it on, then line up the back. You can do it both at the same time if you wish. Now we have the first section. This is the hard side of the velcro. We've stuck down just over our marks. I have put the Rollerfly where I would like it, and I have very gently marked a couple of pen marks on the inside. That should correspond to the back of the Rollerfly. So again, we're going to just line up and stick our section of hard velcro down on the actual pad itself. Then we leave everything, make sure it's all stuck down nice and neat. I try and trim it back so I do not get the velcro going around tight corners or edges. Once we have this last part stuck on, we'll leave it for 24 hours and then we'll attach the Rollerfly and out on the rink. Okay, so now we have the velcro all down in place where we need. This is now going to stay for 24 hours before we stick our Rollerfly on, so that'll give me a good excuse to go and tidy up these Rollerfly that have been on for 18 months with new set of balls. Nice and easy job on here. As you can see, what I've done is when I've put the velcro on, I've made sure that I have not covered any of the screws. Simple, undo the screws, lift the back cover off, take out these balls, some of which are now a nice little triangle shape down the bottom here. Replace any that need to be replaced, line the cover back up, gently do the screws back down. Nice and easy. Once finished, take your Rollerfly, line it up just back from the leading face and stick it down exactly where you want. With the velcro like this, you have some up and down and in and out movement for adjustment. The main thing that I suggest is do not put anything down where you have any breaks in the pad. This particular pad, as you can see, the boot channel will have quite a bit of flex once it's broken in. These are brand new, they have not yet been broken in. This will have a lot of flex between these two parts. Do not attach the Rollerfly to this part and this part, otherwise the action of moving will cause torque on it and will either pull this off or do damage. Attach it to this face only is my suggestion, and just back on the inside of this front flat face. And height, personal preference, I try and get this little area here lined up right with this boot channel, so when the goalie comes down, the first point of impact is just on this edge, straight onto the balls, and then they can slide.